Hi guys, we're here at Equine with Tom Marien, and we're visiting here today and spending a day in the life at a vet clinic. So thank you so much for having us.
You're more than welcome.
We're super excited about spending a day with you. We're gonna kind of fade into the background of the video, and you're gonna really take full charge and take us just through your day. We're gonna kind of shadow you throughout this whole experience.
I will do that. I cannot show you everything because it's busy in all departments, but I will guide you through and show you some interesting cases today, yes.
Awesome. I've got one question for you, but before I wanted to address the stables here. I mean, it is a clinic. You don't have any of your own horses here or anything.
No.
But I've never seen such a beautiful veterinary practice. It's just
crazy.
Incredible. I mean, the attention to detail, it's warm, it's inviting. We feel like it's a place of wellness and where you're taken care of as well.
Everybody seems happy, everybody is smiling.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. It's incredible. It's a beautiful place.
Thank you very much. We worked hard for it, and it's really done with purpose. That the people working here and the horses staying here, they're a little bit on vacation at the same time.
Yeah.
In contrast with a lot of hospitals that are pretty cold.
Yeah.
And so we put a lot of energy in the gardens, in the stables.
Totally.
And we give the horses that are here a lot of love also. It's important.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice to see.
It's important.
But I guess talking about the horses, do you know what kind of cases we'll be looking at today?
There are a lot of cases today, but one of the first cases we will see, there's a horse with a really big bone cyst in the hock. It's really a very common disease, and we will show you how we treat that. Then we have another horse with a very big hematoma on the butt. He got a kick probably from another horse, and there's a really big swelling. So we will open that, treat that. There's another horse with a big tumor in the neck, so there are a lot of cases.
A lot of diversity.
How much time we have, and we fill it up with interesting cases, yes.
I really can't wait to see it. I'm super excited, and I've never been able to see it from so close, and I always see vets, I always have a lot of respect for them. But I think for now we definitely will get another point of view.
Yes, let's join in my world.
Yeah, exactly. And in your world there's a lot of blood, and Yes and I are not used to that, so we're also going to need to see how that goes because we're going to be in the surgery room as well and having a look at everything. So we're going to get that first-hand experience, and especially with the hematoma, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fluids coming out of that one.
So this is an official warning. If you're not okay with it, make sure you're sitting on the chair.
Yeah, there'll be graphic content, there'll be blood, it might get a little bit gory. If you're into that, great. If you're not into that, maybe skip those bits. Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Okay, awesome, let's go.
I'm Tom Marien, I'm an equine surgeon. I graduated in 1995, and then I was an assistant at the Department of Surgery at the University of Ghent. And then I went for 3 years to the United States, to learn more about equine surgery, because at that time there was a big difference between the United States and America. And then I came back to Belgium, I took the map and I looked where all highways came together. This was Lummen, I bought a property and then I built my own clinic. I think the key word in our clinic is passion. I have a very ambitious young team. We are 56 people in the clinic. I'm the oldest one, and the rest, yes, you will see, they're all young people, very motivated, very ambitious, and we all fight every day for every patient. I think that's the most important thing, passion for horses. So here we are in the Rehabilitation Department. We have some fancy stuff here standing. So this is what we call a cold water spa. So the horse goes in and then we fill it up with cold salt water, and there are some jet streams going inside, and this we use for inflammations of joints, of tendons, swollen legs. When you put in here a horse for 20 minutes, you will see that the legs are really cold, they are really dry, and they unswell. So it's really something we use a lot here in the hospital. And then here we have what we call an aqua trainer. This horse has severe tendinitis in a leg, so it's an inflammation, a chronic inflammation of the tendon. And in this aqua trainer, we can let the horse walk for 20 minutes, 3 times a week. It's very important for horses, for sport horses, not to lose all their muscles. So if they have a tendinitis, they often go on rest for 6 months. But if you put an athlete really on rest in a stable for 6 months, he loses all his muscles, and it's very, very difficult to come back in sport again. And with this aqua trainer, we can train the muscles and the horse keeps in shape. And we can regulate the level of the water In the beginning, we can put much more water, for example, and we can change that in time. So we can level up the degree of exercise by changing the level up of water. But okay, we have to go further because we have a lot of things to show today. It's a busy day. So here we are in the CT room. You see the horse laying here on the table. So the horse is put asleep in the other room beside. Then we hoist the horse up, you see, and then we put the horse on this table. And this table, it glides into the CT. So this big machine is a CT scan, and we are going to make a CT scan of the leg. And this horse has a very big cyst, a bone cyst, in the hock joint. You know, the hock joint in a horse, there's a very big cyst in. And we will fix the cyst by pulling a screw inside. So we will insert a screw through the cyst in order to stabilize the cyst. And the big advantage of this CT scan is that it will give us a 3D image of the hock. So we only have to make a very small incision of 5 millimeters, and then the CT scan, the 3D images, they will guide us to put in the screw exactly in the middle of the cyst. So it's a very nice, minimal invasive surgery. And now the surgeon is putting some guide needles into the leg, and then we will do a first scan to see if we are on the correct place. This is really a huge cyst because if you look well, you have here a joint. Just above you have a joint as well, and the cyst almost, you know, goes from one joint to the other joint. So the distance from that joint to here is 9 millimeters. So the bone is 9 millimeters and the cyst is 6 millimeters. So this horse actually is lame, and you have to know that a cyst in the bone is really a hole in the bone. If you have a rock and you have a cave in this, a cyst is like a cave. It's really a hollow structure in the bone, and this gave instability of the bone and lameness. So this horse is a sport horse and he's really lame because he has the huge cyst in that bone. And this is a disease we see more and more. 20 years ago it was very rare, but now in our rapid growing population we see that a lot. So it's an operation we do almost every day. What's unusual in this case is that the cyst is so big. So what we have to do, we will put a screw inside the bone until here to stabilize the cyst, and it's a very special screw we will use. It's a screw that will be resorbed on a long time base, and it's a screw that is what we call osteoconductive, so it will induce the new bone formation, because at the end what we want is that you take an x-ray and you don't see anything anymore. So the cyst will completely filled up with bone, and then the horse will not be lame anymore. This entire process will take about 6 months. Until the screw is completely resorbed, new bone is made, the horse is not lame anymore, so it will take 6 months after the surgery. And the advantage of the CT scan is that we can do all this through a very small incision here of 6 millimeters. So there will be not blood coming out, it's a very clean surgery. We don't have to open everything, so for the horse it's not painful afterwards, and it gives excellent results.
So this is the implant. It's made of calcium phosphate. It's a natural product that is 100% resorbable.
So the operation went very well. So this is now the post-op scan. So this here is the cyst, and here you see the screw going directly in the middle through the cyst. So the screw goes from there to there, and here is still a little bit cyst visible there also, but this will be filled up by the bone. And so the most delicate point about this surgery is you have the joint here, you have the joint there, so the screw should be perfectly aligned through the cyst and not, of course, touch one of the joints, but you see there is here a perfect placement. So now the surgery is finished. The surgeon will put a few skin sutures on it, and then we will put a compressive bandage on the leg, of course, and then the horse will be tilted up, lifted up, and go in the recovery room. So you see the recovery. When the horse is here, they will fix a rope to the tail, and they will also fix a rope to the head. And this is while the horse is waking up, that they assist the horse, that they help the horse, because the recovery is always a delicate period, you know. In the procedure, a horse can break its leg when he make a bad fall, you know. And we call this a rope-assisted recovery, and we always do it like this to avoid complications, trauma in the recovery period. And you also see that the box is entirely padded. It's a rubber floor, it are rubber walls, and this is that the horse will not hurt himself or herself during the wake up. So now they put on the halter again, and then they put on the rope. You know, they fix it to the recovery halter, and you see there's still a big tube in the mouth. And this tube, it's what we call a tracheotube. It goes into the trachea, and there he gets breath and oxygen through that tube. And when he starts to swallow, at that moment we'll remove the big tracheotube, because then there's no risk anymore. But as long as he cannot swallow, we cannot remove the tracheotube. This is the next horse we have to operate today. This is a young horse. Who they found the horse in the field with a very, very big swelling, you see, on the butt. And this horse probably got a kick from another horse. It's pretty typical. And there is a very, very big hematoma, very big bleeding inside. You cannot open it immediately. So when you have the hematoma, imagine you open it immediately, then the horse will bleed to death, of course, because the bleeding will not stop. So we always have to wait about 10 days. So now we are 10 days about the trauma. And you can come look, you will see the big, massive swelling there is. And it's all filled with blood. So I think there will probably about a bucket of blood will come out. And there is a lot of tension on it at this moment. This is because of the bleeding, you know, it gives pressure. So we gave the horse a small sedation, of course, because it's a young horse. And then we clip it first, then we clean it, and then we will put the horse here in the standing stocks. Because when we open it, the horse can always, of course, react and give a kick, so it's a little bit dangerous. And then you will see the hematoma, the fluid coming out, and then we clean it. And we do a lot of operations standing as much as possible, and this is typically a surgery we can do standing. So this is all blood. It's filled up until here. So this is really big. From there to there, you have more than 40 centimeters. So it's really a big hematoma. So Lisbeth is now doing a local anesthesia of the skin, because we have to make an incision in it, and without anesthesia, of course, she would react and would kick her. So this is now what she's injecting subcutaneously, a little bit of local anesthetics. Just like you go to the dentist and they put anesthesia on your teeth, it's exactly the same here. Now we have to wait a few minutes, and then it's ready to be opened. And it's much safer like she's working now, you know. If the horse kicks, she's protected by the wall, and this is also very important, our own security. Doe je het nu eens alleen, Lisbeth? Enkel duwen, je geretten wegdoen. Nee, iets groter maken, denk ik.
Het is van binnen vooral.
Oh, there it is.
Crazy.
Definitely getting more saliva in my mouth and throat.
That is worse for me.
They're going in.
Yes.
Okay, you see how deep the curette is going in, the instrument.
Oh yeah, you see it under the skin, yeah.
Can you not damage anything like that?
No, no, you have to know she only scrapes on the skin side.
Oh.
If you scrape on the muscular side, then you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Because you can create a new trauma to the vein or the blood vessel that was. So you have to be a little bit careful.
Oh, these are the blood clots coming out.
Yes. See? It's looking better, huh? And if you see this horse in 4 days, it's completely flat.
Yeah?
Yeah, you don't see anything anymore. So now you still have some edema, you see, you know, the swelling in
Probably
the
also a bit
skin.
stretched, or not?
Yes, yes, but it will shrink again. So the next horse we do today is a gray horse, you see, with big tumors in the neck. There is one tumor over here in the neck. There is, you see, there's another one there. And there's a very, very tricky one there in the parotid area. So there's a very delicate tumor because you have all blood vessels over there, the nerves and the guttural pouch. So we will make an incision here, remove the tumor. We will make one there and there. So these are melanomas. It's typically in gray horses. So I will now start washing my hands to start the surgery. You will see when I open it. Of course, the subcutaneous tissue and all these things, there's this reddish, but then once you see the tumor, it's really an ink black tumor that will come out. It's pretty typical for a melanoma.
Yeah.
5 more minutes.
So the first tissue I cut was the skin, and then subcutaneous tissue, and then here you have a muscle. But I can be pretty fast because I know, and here you see already the first melanoma coming up. I don't know if you see it. You see these black. But the fact that it's black, it makes it more easy for me to remove because I recognize the tumor very well in the other tissues.
Yeah. And they're always black.
Yes. Just I have to be a little bit careful because it's directly into the parotid gland, and they're all nerves. And the deeper I go, the bigger the blood vessels we will meet.
Yeah.
And would it make breathing difficult if you keep it there?
Yes, it will compress later the throat air.
Yeah.
Hoe is dat een beetje? Mensen dat je hem eruit
Kurt and Jean, when we went.
Whoa, that was a really, really special day.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I've never experienced something like it, and I've never really been able to follow someone like you, of course. So I've always had a lot of respect, but after today, just the pressure and how you literally just save lives, it's crazy. And to see the whole team come together when there's something needed, they run towards it, and it just was really, really great. So thank you so much. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, thank you.
And one of the best bits is when we were in the surgery room and we had our suits on, I was just doing something and one of the girls on your team walked past me and then she looked at me again, she's like, you know, you're wearing a surgeon's collar. So, and I didn't even
I
realize.
had half.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I don't know what you were wearing. But
I was just found on the street.
She was like, I've never even worn that. So it was a very cool experience. Definitely a once in a lifetime thing. Very eye-opening. So thank you so much for having us. It was truly a pleasure.
And thank you for the great work that you're doing as well. And
Yeah.
everybody
You're
here.
welcome. You're welcome.
Place.
And we heard there's, in the future, there's a little room for celebration. There's an exciting project happening.
Yes, so the Equine, the clinic is expanding even more. We will make another new building with complete new surgical facilities.
Amazing.
So, okay, today you were one day a surgeon, so you can come back. I invite you back. So
Very good.
There will be 50 more boxes, a new surgery room, and also what's very interesting, a very big multimedia conference room where we can immediately, you know, stream surgeries live towards other surgeons and even clients or people all over the world. So it's a very ambitious project. They start the building right now, and so I'm happy to invite you in 1 year, you know?
Yeah.
Because then it's party time also.
Okay, we like a party.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we won't need surgery after the party.
No, then it's party time.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. It's been absolutely amazing. I hope you all at home also enjoyed it. For now, it's a big goodbye from Belgium. Hopefully we'll be back for this party. But until then, we're going to catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.